Hello fellow collectors and gamers. I'd like to share with you my original vintage 1977 Carrier Strike, a game of naval strategy board game by Milton Bradley. I'm going to show you an overview of how the game is played. It's for 2 to 4 players, and the object of the game is to attack and destroy both of your opponent's ships or all 8 of his planes. Here's how the components are organized inside the box, and I still have the original label sheets. I'll leave through the instruction booklet at the end. The back of the box gives you an overview of the 3 main actions in the game. A game in which you command your aircraft carrier force to outmaneuver and destroy enemy ships or planes. You start by launching your planes armed with deadly torpedoes. Pieces in this game are really cool. You intercept enemy planes in fierce dogfights. You do this with pilot ratings of 1 through 4 and 5 cards each adjusted for the difference in ace pilot ratings. A 4 is an ace pilot. You basically play the cards like the game of war. The same values cancel each other out, and the higher value wins. And finally, you aim and drop torpedoes to score winning hits on enemy carriers. You do this by ending a plane's turn exactly 6 spaces away from the aircraft carrier, then dropping your torpedo on the space in front of you. The torpedoes move 1 space forward at the start of your turn. A ship is destroyed after taking 2 torpedo hits. Instead of moving your airplanes, you can move or turn your carrier to avoid enemy torpedoes using a special die. Sometimes it works out to avoid a torpedo, and other times you move towards getting hit by one. That's an overview. Let's look at some specifics. At the start of your turn, you either roll the 6-sided die to fly planes, or the special die to move an aircraft carrier. You can split the total movement between more than one plane. Make sure you leave the last space on your aircraft carrier empty, otherwise your planes are lost at sea when they have to return and it's not empty. You use the measuring device to count exactly 6 spaces from a ship for a torpedo run. You slide the torpedo off the plane into the 5th space, then return the plane to either one of your carrier's rear space if it's empty. Move all of your torpedoes 1 space forward at the beginning of your turn. They can occupy the same space as other torpedoes and planes, but cannot be destroyed. If you do not move planes, then you can move one of your ships. T means turn, and you pivot 1 space left or right. You can do this to avoid torpedoes. If you happen to have to turn again, that torpedo can still hit you. Torpedoes are removed when they go off the board. There's an equal number of T's and F's on the die, so you can move forward when you are hoping to turn. When a torpedo hits your ship, you lose all of your planes that were on the deck, so there's more than just dogfights that will destroy planes. The first torpedo is left on the ship to indicate that it's been hit. An aircraft carrier is destroyed when the second torpedo hits it, and any planes that have returned from dogfights or torpedo runs. You can initiate a dogfight within 4 spaces of an enemy plane, and it doesn't have to be in a straight line. Each plane starts the dogfight by dropping any torpedoes. The challenger can start a torpedo run if he's exactly 6 spaces away from your carrier. The attacker's torpedo is always removed from play. Those types of rules make this a strategy game. You start the dogfight with a deck of 12 cards each. You look at the numbered token under each plane. A 4 is an ace pilot. In this case, subtract 2 for the difference in skill. You each draw 5 cards from the top of your shuffled decks. Red pilot takes 2 more cards for more skill. Normally you don't see each other's cards. This is for demonstration. You arrange the cards in any order, but highest to lowest makes sense. This is Red's hand after replacing the lower cards. You start combat by revealing your top cards at the same time. You continue through all 5 cards. In this dogfight, Red has 2 cards of higher value played against Yellow's, so he wins and Yellow's plane is removed from play. I have had ties, in which case both planes are removed from play. If you win, you place your plane on an unoccupied rear space on one of your carriers. If none are available, your plane is lost at sea, further enhancing strategy. If all of your enemy planes are destroyed or lost, then you win the game. So that's how you play Carrier Strike, a game of naval strategy. Let's look at the 12-page rule book and inside of the box top. The rules tell you how to set up your aircraft carriers with 8 planes and 12 torpedoes total, then tells you the movement options on your turn, for moving one aircraft carrier or multiple planes. It goes over specifics of torpedo runs and dogfights, and how to resolve dogfights. They use the term sacrifice attacks for kamikaze suicide runs to slam your plane into a ship only if you've used all 12 torpedoes. The last page tells you how to play with teams. It also gives helpful strategies. It has a very nice balance of strategy and action on a great looking board and great looking pieces. It's interesting that the game is shown on the box top. Most often games are shown on the back of the box. The inside shows assembly instructions. Copyright 1977 by Milton Bradley Company. Made in USA. I remember playing this game a lot in the summer on a picnic table that lended itself to the open sea naval battles. So this is one game that I'm proud to still have complete in my collection. I have more vintage games including Star Wars games in the collectible games playlist link at the end. I hope you enjoyed this or it brought back memories. Check out my playlist of Star Wars and other collectibles. Please subscribe and click send me updates so you don't miss another interesting video. Once again, thanks for watching.